Hello everyone, my name is Kirandeep and we are here to discuss the people management skills part 2 in this video. The first thing that we are going to discuss is how to be an effective people manager. So in the last video, in the first part basically, we discussed about the qualities of a people manager and how to practice that skill in your day-to-day life. And in this video, we are again going to look at some effective people management skills. Now, how can you be a good manager? The first thing is that clear communication. Communicate clearly. Now, what do I mean by that? Clearly communicate your goals, your expectations, and your responsibilities to your team managers. So it is very important to be clear in your mind that what you expect from the other person, what you want from the other person. And that is basically, that works as a base of management. Because if you are clear that, okay, I expect this from this person, or if these are the goals that we have to achieve in the longer run, or if these are the responsibilities that we need to meet, and these are the things that we need to do on regular basis. If we are clear with these things in our mind, only then we will be able to communicate it, and only then the person will be able to understand that. That is why, firstly, it is that clearly communicate the goals, the expectations, and the responsibilities to your team members. Next, ensure that they understand what is expected of them and provide them with the necessary resources and information to perform their jobs effectively. So once you have told them your expectations, once you have told them, okay, these are their responsibilities that they have to do, and these are the goals that they need to meet in the fixed period of time, it is very important to support them, because of course they are the members, they are the employees, and they will need some kind of support. So we as a people manager have to support them, will have to guide them and provide them certain resources that will help them in the day-to-day activities. Now, the next is empowerment and delegation. So you have given them some work, now they know their goals, and next is that empowerment and delegation. Now, what does that mean? Delegate tasks and responsibilities to your team members. So, give tasks and the responsibilities to your team members, giving them autonomy and ownership over their work. So, giving them the ownership over their work so that they can actually take decisions. They can decide, okay, now I have to do this. For this, I need certain resources and I can take it from there. So, it should be clear in their mind. So for that, we need to empower them. We need to delegate certain tasks to them. Empowering employees can increase their motivation level, job satisfaction, and productivity. Because if an employee feels that, okay, now he has been given a lot of tasks, but he has to ask for every little thing from the manager, that employee might feel, okay, I am not having anything, or I am not having that ownership, or I'm not having that freedom to work under all the of course all the rules and regulations. That demotivates the worker, the employee. That is why it is important to ensure that the employees are empowered, and can that will automatically increase their motivation, their job satisfaction, that okay, I have the authority, I have that resources for my work, and also the productivity level automatically that will be increased. So empowerment and delegation is a very important part. Then next is support and development. Support and development, what do we understand by that? Basically, it means that provide support and guidance to your team members. We as a team leader, it is our responsibility that as we have a lot of experience, we need to guide them, we need to support them as much as possible, because only this thing will keep them motivated and will guide them and help them how to achieve the goals that we have already intimated to them. So provide support and guidance to your team members always. Then offer coaching, mentoring, and training opportunities to help them develop their skills and advance in their careers. So this is actually the responsibility of the manager or the team leader that he should try to provide as many as mentoring sessions, coachings, and certain training opportunities to the employees so that they can attend those and they can adapt and learn new things and can work in the best possible upgraded way. Again, regularly assess their performance and provide constructive feedback to help them grow. So once we have given them training, we have given them guidance, it is important to assess their working because that will keep a check on their working style. That is why it is important that once we have given them regular training, we have given them guidance, motivation, everything, we also need to assess their work, their performance, and give them a constructive feedback. And for feedback, always follow a sandwich method, that is, always start on a positive note, then tell the things that they need to work on, and then again end on a positive note. So follow that always. Next, recognition and rewards. So everybody likes to be recognized, isn't it? We all like whenever, even in the small task, if we do something, if we achieve something, we feel very nice and very motivated if we get recognized, if we get a reward for that. So the same is for employees. So acknowledge and appreciate their efforts and the achievements of your team members. They need to be, they want to be heard, they want to be seen like everybody. That is why it is the responsibility of the team leader, the team manager, to acknowledge and appreciate their efforts and achievements. Also recognize their contributions publicly and provide appropriate rewards and incentives to motivate and encourage them. So like they work like openly in their field, the same way they need their work, their achievements needs to be recognized publicly, because that will be a very very strong motivation factor for them. Then next is conflict resolution. So it is very natural for people to have conflicts, and that is actually the responsibility of the team leader to resolve them as soon as possible. So address the conflicts and issues promptly and fairly. You should not be biased. You should try to be honest as possible, as fair and as possible, and then guide and try to resolve the conflicts. Also encourage open communication and provide a safe space for every employee to express their concern, because everybody will come to if they face any kind of problem, any type of confusion, the first person that will come to their mind is the manager. So the manager should create that rapport with everybody, that the employee can directly come to them and talk to them about anything, because that will help them be open about their situation and their emotions, and that will automatically help the manager to understand their employees. So it is important for the manager to create a safe space for the employees. Also mediate conflicts and find mutually acceptable solutions that promote teamwork and collaboration. So if there is if a person has a misunderstanding, so it is the team manager's responsibility that that should be conveyed to the other person, and they should try to resolve it as soon as possible, and there should be a positive and a collaborative environment always in the workplace. Next is work life balance, something which is ignored a lot of times, a lot of places. So work life balance is very important, because in the long run, it's like everybody, whenever we when we join somewhere, when we start working somewhere, at that time we are very motivated, we are like full of energy, that okay, I'll give my 100%, I'll do this, I'll do that. But once we get into the routine of that job, that regular thing, it gets regular for us. At that time we start feeling bored, we start feeling that okay, it is getting monotonous now. And that is when work life balance plays a very important role, because if the person is getting enough time for his or her family, that person will automatically feel positive, and the next day will come with a positive mindset to give his 100% in the work. That is why it is important that every person should have a work life balance. Every company should try to provide a work life balance to their employees. Promote a healthy work life balance by encouraging employees to take breaks. Breaks should be allowed. Like if they are working for 4 hours straight, they should be allowed to take half an hour, 20 minutes break at least. Also use their vacation time. If they have got some vacation leave, the actually it is the role of the team manager that they should actually encourage that, okay, now you have these many vacation leaves, you can, this is the right time, you can go for a vacation. Also prioritize their well-being, because it is important that their mental well-being is actually important. If they are mentally happy and healthy, they will be able to give 100% in their work, which will also improve their productivity. Also support flexible work arrangements when feasible, and create an environment that values work life integration. So the environment should be positive, the work culture should be positive, and at the same time there should be a balance between your work and your personal life. Then next is lead by example. So just don't preach, even practice what you are saying, what you are guiding, whatever your suggestions are, you yourself need to practice that first. So and actually a team leader needs to lead by an example. So set a positive example through your own behavior and your work ethic. Demonstrate professionalism, integrity, and strong work ethics. So be a example, actually be like a role model for your employees. Just set an example, like set a bar for them that, okay, this is the benchmark and they have to match that. So be very professional, be very fair, and you know, follow the work ethics properly and be as professional as possible. Also, be accessible and approachable to your team members and show genuine care and respect for their well-being. Also, be there for them. Be there for your team members, because you are the only person to whom they will come to when they are in some kind of confusion or they need some kind of guidance. That is why be very approachable and accessible, so that people actually get connected, they feel connected with you, and only then you will be able to build that rapport so that you can guide them and tell them how to make things happen. So that is why leading by example is important. Then continuous improvement. So a continuous improvement is what we are aiming for in a work culture always. So foster a culture of continuous learning and improvement, guide them, support them, provide them those facilities and resources through which they can be updated with their in their work field. Then encourage your team members to seek new knowledge and skills and support their professional development. So it just don't focus on their working their projects, also help them, also guide them on the new things and the latest things they can enroll themselves in, and how they can be upgraded. Also continuously evaluate and evaluate and refine your own management approach. So it is important that even you need to try to improve yourself. As you are the team leader, you have to act like a role model for them, and that is why it is important that before telling them to enroll themselves in a good, you know, courses and certain training programs, you yourself should try to go for it first, and you should be upgraded first, so that they also feel motivated to do the same. So that is why it is that continuously evaluate and refine your own management approach to adapt to the changing environment and the needs. And there next is be a mentor. Like I said, be a role model, be a leader, lead by an example. So be a mentor for your employees, that is share the wisdom of your professional life journey and help launch your employees to their next level by level of development and opportunity. So be a mentor for your employees, try to guide them as much as possible. As you are at a higher position than them, you're working on a high position, you have a lot more of experience, so you can share those experiences, those learnings with your employees in meetings, random regular meetings, and can motivate them to do better and better and learn from your mistakes and all you got to know from your experiences. So be a mentor for them. Also ask open-ended questions. So open-ended questions are the questions in which the other person gets the chance to share their suggestions. It is not just a yes or no question. Why is it important? Because with that, they will feel heard. Every person, everyone likes to be heard, and that is why asking open-ended questions is important, because when you will ask certain things from your employees, they will be able to share their views. Be open to suggestions. You first of all need to be open to suggestions, that okay, I need to see things from a different perspective, and then listen to them. Be a good listener. Listen to your employees, listen to what they have to tell, what they have to share. Even it might happen that maybe you know the best answer, you know the best way to tackle a situation, but still be patient, be open to their ideas and their suggestions, consider them, and then let them share your point of view, and then let them decide what they want to go for. Of course you need to guide them, but this will make them feel heard, this will make them feel empowered, and then they will definitely listen to you more, and they will give their 100% in the work. That is why asking open ended questions is very important from the employees. Then be open to feedback. Like, it is our responsibility, it is a team leader's responsibility, that they give the feedback to their employees on regular basis. In the same way, it is important for a team leader to seek feedback. So be open to their feedback. Being open to feedback is crucial for managers because it plays an important role in their personal and professional growth, as well as in fostering a positive work environment. So this will actually make ensure that uh, the employees don't feel that okay, we are here to be only told that okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. It will actually make them feel that now they have the chance, they are in their in the position in which they can also share their point of view, they can give a feedback, of course in a constructive way, in a healthy way. But you should be open to feedback, you should consider them, you should listen to them, what they have to say, what they have to share, what is their feedback of you. And actually it will help you grow professionally and personally. Maybe there is something that they will notice, and maybe you haven't realized that thing about you till now, and they might notice something, and you will be able to even change, improve yourself in that work, that field as well, which will of course be a positive thing for you. So it will actually help you in your professional and personal growth. And also it will ensure a positive environment, because everybody will feel heard, everybody will feel empowered. Then some key reasons why being open to feedback is important for managers is because self improvement is there. Of course, self, you will be able to improve, you will get to know something new. Always, in every feedback session you will get to know something new, and this will help you improve yourself. Also building trust and rapport, as I said, employee engagement and enhanced communication, because they will feel that okay, this person is approachable, we can go to him and we can talk to him about anything important. Also conflict resolution, if there is some kind of ego clashes, that will also be resolved if there is an open communication and open feedback sessions. Okay, so with that, we have done that how to be an efficient manager. Now the next on the slide is, what are the tips to improve or to develop the people management skills. So if you are already in that domain, or if you're new to it, how to develop the people management skills, we'll see that now. Now the first and the most important thing for developing the people management skills is that self-assessment. It actually, if we are on a journey to learn anything new, we first need to assess that where we are standing right now. It will help us, it helps us to get an idea कि, okay, now I have these many qualities, I have these things in me, and I have to learn these new things. So that आपके लिए भी you feel positive कि okay, now it's not that I'm zero, I am on zero, I have certain things in me, I have knowledge of certain things, and then there are few more things that I need to learn. So self assessment is very important, be it in any domain, any field. So begin by assessing your current strength and areas of improvement in people management. Identify skills area you want to develop further. So if you are already in that field of if you are a manager or a team leader, you can start by self assessment. You can first consider, think about the qualities that you have, the skills that you have, and then what are the areas in which you are not that good, or you need you if you or you feel that okay, I need to learn these things more, like so that you can apply that and you can be better at it. So first, assess yourself. Begin by assessing your current strength and the areas of improvement. Your strength will make you feel confident, and by identifying your areas of improvement, you will be able to be open to learn new things. You will feel ki, okay, now I have this goal, I have to learn these new skills, and that will automatically improve you. So next is continuous learning. So life is a journey in which we learn continuously from every little thing. So again, in the same way, this field, people management, being a leader or being a manager, is also a continuous learning process. So invest in your own learning and development by reading books, also by attending workshops or training programs, and participating in webinars or online courses focused on leadership and people management. So try, even if you are there, if you have been working as a manager from maybe past 1 year, 2 years, even still there is always room for improvement. So try to enroll in certain training programs or in online courses, or attend some workshops, or buy some books, read them, books which basically all these courses which focuses on people management, leadership skills. That will help you. You will definitely get to learn something new and actually implement those tips and tricks in your day-to-day dealing. Next is provide constructive feedback. Now, what do we mean by that? Learn to provide feedback in a constructive and supportive manner. Give specific examples, focus on the behavior or performance, and offer suggestions for improvement. So, now there are two types of feedback. One is when you just go and tell, okay, this was not good, this is you should actually work on that. And then there is one more type of feedback, which is a constructive feedback, in which we tell them that what are the areas of improvement, and what also at the same time we provide them with the tips and the tricks with which they can improve in that particular thing. So that is important. Feedback is important, but basically a constructive feedback is important, because that will ensure that the employee there who is being given the feedback feels supported. We don't want कि हम उनको feedback then they feel कि okay, now what I have to do, and we don't, of course we don't want to demotivate our employees. So to to avoid that kind of a situation, always give a constructive feedback, give them the tell them the areas of improvement, and at the same time support them, guide them and help them, give them some suggestions that they can use, that they can actually apply for their in their working. Now, next is develop emotional intelligence. This is one of the most neglected things, which is emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is crucial for effective people management. Work on understanding and managing your own emotions first, and then recognizing and empathizing with the emotions of others. So for to be emotionally intelligent person, you need to be aware of your own emotions. You should accept them, you should be aware of them, you should have certain control over your emotions, and also you should be able to empathize with others. Once you are able to empathize with the other person, only then you will be able to understand them in a better way. So be emotionally intelligent. Then develop communication skills. Communication is the key to success, be it any field. So if and especially if we talk about people management here, it is actually one of the most important things, that you need to communicate regularly. So develop that, interact with them both in verbal and written. Try to tell them, even educate your employees, tell your employees how they can be better at written communication and verbal communication, and at the same time try to improve your communication skills as well. So for that also you can go for certain workshops, or you can enroll yourself for certain programs that will definitely help. Next is build relationships. So just don't focus on getting things done as they are your employees, but rather try to build relationship with your employees. Once you can if you are able to build a good bond with your employees, they will automatically respect you, genuinely respect you, and will value your words. And that is one of the most important things in leadership, right? So focus on building a strong and positive relationship with your team members. Take the time to get to know them as individuals, not just as your employees. Spend some time. Try, even you can plan a monthly outing with your colleagues if it is possible for you. So try to know them as individuals, understand their strength, what are their goals, what are their aspirations. Create an environment of mutual respect and connection and positivity. Then delegate effectively. Delegate the task based on their strengths and the skills. So just don't do that ki, okay, this person, I want to get this thing done from that person only, and you just go for it. No, understand once, like earlier I said, build relationship on the basis of on a personal level. Try to know them, their strength, their aspirations. And once you have that bond with people, with your employees, then you can definitely delegate effectively now, as because you know their strength, you know their skills. So according to that, you can delegate tasks to them, and they will be able to give you better results. Then reflect and seek feedback. Give feedback and also seek feedback, and definitely try to improve those areas where, on the areas which people said that okay, there is a room for improvement. So regularly reflect on your actions. Think about the way you are dealing with your employees, you are dealing certain situations and outcomes. Assess what went well and what could have been done better. Also seek feedback from your employees, your colleagues, members, and superiors to gain basically a different perspective, because that will open up your thinking ability, and you will obviously be able to grow as an individual. Okay, so effective people management is not just a one size fits all approach. This we need to keep in mind. It is not one approach that can be applied in every workplace, in every situation. It requires adapting your management style to the unique needs and preferences of each individual while keeping the overall goals and objective in mind. It is an ongoing process basically, and it requires practice, adaptability, and willingness to learn and grow. So it is not it is not just like a principle which is being given to people and they can apply it in every situation. No, you need to customize it according to the situations, and you should try to be better at it with time, because it is a learning process. And more you try to open yourself for the feedback, more and more you try to be you, even if you empathize with your employees, if you try to connect with them, and it actually requires a lot of practice and adaptability. And definitely you should be open to communication, and that will definitely ensure that you are good at people management. So thank you very much. Apply these tips and tricks and be good at people management. Thank you.